What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junkie. SBK! Kick the beat. Lil Meech had the whole world in his hand and a lot of opportunities and a lot of connections, things that many of us can't get as regular folk. But he got lucky. Number one, he's the son of Big Meech. And number two, he had the opportunity to meet up and be mentored by 50 Cent. Something that a lot of us would give our left arm for. But hey, he got lucky and he has somebody that believed in him. And 50 Cent did the best he could to take Lil Meech under his wing. Now, one of the downsides of being the son of Big Meech was that his father, who was a drug dealer, was locked up. And being a drug dealer and being out of the game for so long, there was no way that Big Meech could help him in this industry. And 50 Cent did that. And because of that, Lil Meech was able to achieve great things.
And the first time I met 50, it was just genuine. And I sat by him and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone. He like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, it sounded crazy, but of course, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing. So of course I wanted to do it. I just didn't know if I could do it.
As we know, Lil Meech became a star. He played his father in 50 Cent's hit series BMF, which rose him to national prominence. And with the prominence came something else that Lil Meech wanted a lot: money and fame.
Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for a pendant.
Now, as you see, Lil Meech loves nice jewelry and finer things. But that also became a problem. Not only was he addicted to jewelry, he was addicted to jewelry that he just couldn't afford. If you guys remember, in 2022, he got arrested on fraud and grand theft charges and was possibly facing 60 years in prison. And that had to do with a piece of jewelry, a case he later beat or settled out of court for. But again, 50 Cent was warning him that his ways were not gonna be so cool. He really needed to clean it up. But Lil Meech did not listen. In fact, Lil Meech kept on spending money, and not only spending money, allegedly he was on drugs. And then we all know what happened with the beef with his dad. Obviously, his dad decided to work with Rick Ross on a concert, and that concert was canceled. And 50 Cent then unfollowed Lil Meech, and Lil Meech tried to beg for forgiveness, but the rest was history. That never panned out. But what we didn't know was that Lil Meech was indeed on drugs, and 50 Cent even posted videos and screenshots of this going on. Now, we can't play the Rehab song, but 50 Cent posted Amy Winehouse's Rehab song, and it says, "Damn, this is bad. You believe me now? Now you want to believe me? Where a Big Screech at?" And this is Lil Meech basically somewhere at a rehab looking down bad. Now, many people were counting Lil Meech out for good reason. I mean, this dude didn't have any money. 50 Cent cut him off. And we saw Lil Meech hanging out with Rick Ross, but nothing materialized out of it. So they asked power actor Rotimi, who also had a beef with 50 Cent, what should Lil Meech do to get back in his good graces?
Okay, but what's a piece of advice you would give to Lil Meech if he was trying to get back in 50 Cent's good graces?
I mean, at this point, I think what's said has been said at this point. There's really just, at
Too
this
late.
point, it's just nothing. Just move on.
It's a wrap.
I think just move on. Like, if you dwell on anything right now, it's just you dwelling on it.
As you heard the actor say, he should just move on with his life and try to do some things. And Lil Meech has tried to do it, but in the wrong way. You see, Lil Meech still wants to show everybody that he has money and that he's lit, trying to prove that he's still that guy, despite the fact that 50 Cent cut him off. And so now we're getting all of these disturbing posts coming out on the internet featuring Lil Meech, like this one. Go to Live Bites, it says, Lil Meech out here flexing big time, gives fans a peek at his Miami high-rise crib and folks in the comments saying that spot going for a smooth 10K a month. But I want to go out there to the comment section because that's where all the action is. This person says, he looks so itchy now. What happened to him? This person says, he is always giving me dirty vibes. Another individual says, the water itching. This person says he looks like he been through it rough. Now at the same time, remember Lil Meech is trying to pretend like everything is all right. He's stunting, but everybody in the comment section is seeing something different. This person says, I would never let another person decide my fate, whether it be temporary or indefinite. Person says, this dude trying so hard to keep up, it's sad. Just go work, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Another person says, he looks sad as hell. This person says, why can't it be an Airbnb? How many celebrities get homes and penthouses that we find out later no rent was paid on it? This is that picture. He needs rehab again. Them perks is winning. He fumbled his first bag. Can't trust him with the second. Need to stop trying to live so lavish. Person says he needs to clean up. He doesn't look the same. He looked like he on that ish. He always looked dusty. That's that Detroit in him. Hey, don't come for me, Detroit. They said that. Thought that was ODB. I was like, he's back. Now, let me just say something real quick because, I mean, yeah, Lil Meech does look like he's doing down bad. And he's ridiculous because he's putting this video out there as if he's stunting. But sometimes when you're high off your own supply, you don't know that you look like a smoker, but you're actually a smoker, and you think that nobody know that you're high or off drugs and everybody else knows it. But people devalue what good mentorship in a young man's life is all about. When you have good mentorship and somebody is actually willing to look out for you and actually helps you, it helps a whole bunch. Now, I know folks might try to downplay that because you know what? Hey, you're a man and you don't need nobody leading you. But some people do. Some people do need a lot of help. And Big Meech is one of those individuals. I don't think he really had anybody really look out for him. His uncle was in jail. His dad's been in prison all his life. So he picked up a lot of bad habits. And he was lucky enough that 50 Cent was in his life. His father, though, is the reason why this relationship nullified. And 50 Cent believed that the reason why it was out of jealousy. 50 Cent posts this. I thought about it and I think he was uncomfortable with me and Mimi's relationship. I'm telling Mimi I don't want him doing drugs. He telling me he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Mimi, chill, stop spending all your money. He telling him how much money he blew. People don't know I had to send Mimi to rehab. Russell Hornsby peeped. He was high as F on set. He started throwing up at a weapons test. Then Ian told me the little ninja had whippets in his truck. I said, what the F is whippets? I look, it's the ish that be in BB guns. And Big Meech messed up the bag for his son. I mean, if you look at Big Meech, that concert never happened with Rick Ross, so there was no loyalty there. And now him or nor his son can go back and deal with 50 Cent. And Lil Meech is in a crisis right now. He's looking bad. He's probably back on drugs and he has no opportunities. And 50 Cent is still roasting him. The reality is that loyalty is everything. We should never mess up our opportunities for somebody who's been good to us. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.